Welcome to the CV Brothers podcast. Today, I will be your narrator, Lady CV. Come with me on an adventure to a world of fairy tales and folklore, intertwining and reimagining different fairy tales and princess stories. We have taken some inspiration from Disney and other sources and created it an interconnected world of magic and adventure. If you like it, leave a comment. If you don't, leave a comment. Now let's hop into the ancient world of these familiar fairy tales. Arendelle and the North. To the northeast of Camelot, across a wide sea where snowy peaks pierced the sky and rivers carved ancient paths through pine-clad valleys, lay the divided lands of the north, the southern isles, the coastal kingdom of Arendelle, and the deep forested territory of the Northuldra people. Though bound by the same land, their hearts were not united. King Runard of Arendelle, proud and weary, viewed the Northuldra with suspicion. Their reverence for nature, their communion with elemental spirits, and their independence unsettled him. Fearing their power and influence, he proposed a gift of peace, the construction of a great dam across the river Atahallan, presented as a token of goodwill to strengthen Northuldra's water supply. But the dam was no gift. It was a calculated move to weaken the spirits that sustained the Northuldra. Over time, the land began to wither. Forests dimmed, animals fled, and the elemental balance fractured. At the ceremony celebrating the dam's completion, tensions boiled over. A skirmish erupted. Whether provoked or manipulated, none could say for certain. The battle awakened the fury of the elemental spirits, earth, fire, water, and air, who shrouded the entire northern region in a magical wall of mist, sealing it from the outside world. Only 2 children escaped. Prince Agnar of Arendelle, young and wounded, was saved by a mysterious girl from the Northuldra tribe named Iduna. She guided him through the chaos, out of the mist. The spirits allowed them to leave, perhaps sensing a different future in their bond. Years passed. Agnar and Iduna, now king and queen of Arendelle, ruled with quiet wisdom, harboring the burden of the past. They had 2 daughters, Elsa, the elder, born with a mysterious power over ice and snow, and Anna, a spirited and warm-hearted girl, unaware of the secrets that surrounded her family. One winter morning, while playing, Elsa accidentally struck Anna with a burst of uncontrolled magic. Desperate, Agnar and Iduna took the girls to the trolls of the southern cliffs, ancient mystics who remembered the time before the mist. The trolls healed Anna, but at a cost. Her memories of Elsa's powers were erased. They warned Elsa of her growing magic, which, if not tempered by love and self-acceptance, could destroy not only her, but the fragile harmony of Arendelle and beyond. For years, Elsa lived in quiet fear of herself, isolating herself from her sister. But Iduna, in secret, taught her to embrace her gift, not fear, sharing little she knew of the elemental forces and whispering stories of a river that remembered all, Atahallan. When Elsa turned 18, the time came for the truth. With her parents' quiet blessing, Elsa set out to uncover the cause of the mist and the fate of the north. Along the way, she encountered Kristoff, a rugged iceman with a deep connection to the trolls, raised by them after being orphaned in the mountains. Kristoff, curious and kind, offered his help. Together they crossed the wall of mist, using Elsa's ice magic to part the veil. Inside, they found a land frozen in time, where Northuldra survivors and Arendellian soldiers had been trapped for decades, unable to leave or age. Elsa and Kristoff met the Northuldra elders who told them the truth about Runard's betrayal, the purpose of the dam, and the elemental imbalance it caused. The spirits, having watched Elsa, revealed that she was a 5th spirit, a bridge between the human and magical worlds, born of Arendellian and Northuldra blood, destined to heal what was broken. Elsa, with the help of Kristoff and the Northuldra, destroyed the dam, releasing the trapped waters and restoring the land. The spirits calmed, the mists lifted, the lost soldiers returned home, but Elsa chose to stay behind, becoming the protector of the enchanted north, where magic and memory resided. The Northuldra recognized her not only as kin, but as a guardian queen. Back in Arendelle, Anna rose to the throne, her warmth and compassion balancing Elsa's power. Together, though apart, the sisters ruled the north in harmony, one as sovereign of the natural world, and other as queen of the human realm. The curse of the past was lifted not by war, but by truth, compassion, and the courage to change. Prince Adam. In the kingdom of Villeneuve, in the house of the night, the young Prince Adam sat, great-great-great-grandson of King Florian and Queen Snowwhite, Prince Adam was set to rule once he turned 18 due to his parents having died. The spoiled 14-year-old answers the door one night to find an old woman asking for help. He refused and tried to close the door on her, but the woman begged and tried to appeal to his goodness. Again the child refused. The old woman revealed herself as a powerful enchantress and cursed the prince and all in his castle. The prince was turned into a monster, and the servants into furniture. They were told the spell would end once the prince learned to love. Slowly over time, the kingdom was forgotten. Rapunzel and her wander. In the vibrant kingdom of Dunbroch, under the radiant banner of the House of the Sun, peace and prosperity had flourished for generations. Its rulers, descendants of the great King Florian and Queen Snow White, and cousins to the reigning monarchs of Camelot and Verzabert, were wise and beloved. When the queen became pregnant, the entire kingdom rejoiced. But the joy soon gave way to sorrow when the queen fell gravely ill, her life, and that of her unborn child, hanging in the balance. The royal family tried everything they could, but they turned to legend. Deep in the mountains near the edge of the old enchanted forest, there was said to be a flower born of a single drop of sunlight, fallen from the sky in the earliest age. This sun blossom, touched by the old elemental spirits, had healing powers beyond mortal comprehension. After a desperate search, the flower was found and brewed into a potion by the castle healers. The queen drank it, and life surged back into her. A daughter was born, radiant with health and joy, with hair shimmering gold like spun sunlight. The people named her Rapunzel, blessing reborn. Far away, in a crumbling tower of black stone, an ancient sorceress named Mother Gothel felt a chill. For centuries she had used the sun's blossoms magic to sustain her youth, hoarding its power like a dragon guards its gold. But the flower was gone, and her magic was waning. Through dark enchantments and a stolen raven's eye, she found the source. The child princess's hair had absorbed the flower's essence. One stormy night, cloaked in shadow, Gothel crept into the palace nursery. She cut a lock of Rapunzel's hair, only to watch it turn brown and lose its magic. Realizing the power only remained while the hair was whole, Gothel kidnapped the infant and vanished into the wild mountains beyond Dunbroch's borders. In a hidden tower enchanted to be invisible from the sky, she raised Rapunzel as her own. The girl grew up clever, creative, and kind, but was never allowed to leave, told that the world was cruel and dangerous. Gothel posed as her protective mother, but secretly used songs and rituals to drain Rapunzel's power to keep herself youthful. As Rapunzel's 16th birthday approached, she became haunted by visions of lights filling the night sky, floating lanterns that appeared once a year on her birthday. She painted them, dreamed of them, and longed to know their meaning. Then came Flynn Rider, a fast-talking rogue with a mysterious past, who had stolen a royal relic from Dunbroch Castle. Fleeing through the mountains, he stumbled upon the hidden tower. Rapunzel, desperate for adventure and answers, struck a bargain. She would return his stolen satchel if he took her to see the lanterns. What began as a mischievous escape became a journey of transformation. Rapunzel and Flynn traveled through valleys and villages, encountering wonder and danger. Rapunzel's power quietly awakened further. She healed wounds with a song, calmed beasts with her voice, and felt the pull of magic in the land itself. The people she met were drawn to her, familiar somehow as if they knew her. All the while, Gothel followed in the shadows, growing more desperate. When Rapunzel entered the capital and saw her lost royal crest painted across banners and balconies, memories began to surface. She recognized the faces on stained glass windows, her mother, her father, and even herself. As Rapunzel unraveled the truth, Gothel attacked, attempting to drag her back. Flynn fought to protect her, but was mortally wounded. In a final act of love and sacrifice, Flynn cut Rapunzel's hair, severing the power that tied her to Gothel. In an instant, Gothel aged into dust, her centuries of stolen youth collapsing. Rapunzel cradled Flynn. Her tears, infused with the last spark of the sun's magic, brought him back to life. Rapunzel returned to the palace, and the royal family, long mourning their lost daughter, welcomed her home with tearful joy. She reunited with her parents, and the kingdom rejoiced. Flynn, whose real name was Eugene Fitzherbert, renounced his past and pledged himself to the people of Dunbroch. Over time, he earned the kingdom's trust and Rapunzel's heart. Their reunion represented more than romance. It was the return of light to the house of the sun, the healing of old wounds, and the promise of a future shaped by wonder, truth, and courage. Rapunzel, known as the Sunborn Princess, went on to study the deeper mysteries of magic. She restored the ancient observatories, revived forgotten gardens, and became a beacon of light across the world. Her golden hair never grew back, but her spirit shone brighter than ever. Some say the sun blossom was not the only such flower. In other lands, other elemental relics sleep, waiting for a heart bold enough to awaken them.